Mahila Batman Log, um, in the tenant mindset. Um, they had the scholarship. I believe it was Rob, in the mythology sense, that was the brother of Leave It All on the Field. And he was the one, Leave It All on the Field was, that said, grinding it out with Blake, my brother, at the banquet. And but his brother Rob, that they had the scholarship for, that they gave to David my senior year, who was the goalie on the soccer team, um, he fell from a balcony. And so then Rob, I'm thinking, is also tied to the Kelsey, um, you know, the witch of Devil Wears Prada that's in the Dark Knight. That's on the same day that Uvalde happened, that I felt a presence of that on the phone with 317. And so that was going on. And this is all in the place of that. This is acting as an abomination of desolation. But then who was I grinding it out with was Alex at SCAD. So if he were to be as the Fritz Springmeier Antichrist, that would make sense, because he had Zayed, and then he went all the way to Uvalde. Now at the same time, I flushed that day, Fat Bastard. I had on my flush, Ben, I had the bagpipes. And then at the same time, what I see for the Ben V is that he will go to pasture as fully dined when it does happen, when we go into the Esau. And what I also see is that the Tarantino film is tied to those bad dreams that we had, that Mr. T expressed, and that the watchtower with the no skin, and the etchings on the wall of the castaway, that, but also the deep darkness of the Cephas of that, with the film that they had to watch that was some form of Tarantino that they were watching ritualistically, that is actually broken down into a dream I just had the other night, of a calmer sense of it, not too terroristically or frighteningly, but that it was actually the Hollywood film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, was actually the symbolic representation of the Dominion, that we're seeing all over the country, that these small mass shootings, and I say small I don't mean that in any sort of way. I'm just saying that that's how they're being news oriented. There's been 266 is the last number I saw, so they're not covering all of them fully, but that these are the Star Wizards, and that is after the Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers era. Okay, that then it went into immediately the Star Wizards, and that they are having their time, because they get dominion. They get a spot on Earth as a portal. You have to see it as a portal. It doesn't mean, oh, well, they don't get to ascend. No, they get a portal. they get a place on earth as a king and a priest. And is it tied exactly to, some sort of drunkenness of an animal type relationship of a dog and dog? I'm not sure, but it could be that they saw ways out of these sort of pitfalls of the 92. That's how you have to see it. They saw their way out of the pitfalls of the 92. The 92 is the Opa Regalis. And more than that, the 92 is champion based within the third and final part of the Opa Regalis. That it's the champion based of that, and the ones that are condemned. The ones that are the actual taking down 3, 3, and 3 are champions from Freemason of that, which Freemason have been doing it. They've been doing the 92 system all along. They're champions of the Freemason. They are a 91 and a 92. If it is the two Antichrist system that we discussed, that would be me and Alex. But see, then you have the third, which they discuss in by the Book of Life, with that were in and it. So it's it, in, and that were are the three, and then the C, the S, E, and A. Okay, so that's actually 6, and then death and hell would be 7 and 8, or it's that you don't count the S, E, A all as separate pieces. So then that's what I saw today as well. This is a little bit stream of thought, but I did see that today as well. And then I also saw that basically Bronson did it on the Freemason side, and you count down from 33 to 23 with his, and you go from Marion the third to you go to Dragon's Den. Marion the third, football player, to Dragon's Den BBC television would be the Freemason side of the Legion. Then you would have possibly a 2 Antichrist system. But also I saw, and this is what we'll end on, is that I saw is the team affiliation, team mindset of Low, which Low is talking about a relationship of Sweden to Obama, that it's in the middle, and then N, C, Low, and N, a team affiliation, which I have seen. I have seen this mindset, and then that is diverse from the first. So then you would have to count the like Son of Man. Thank you. Have a good night.